All right guys, so it's a new day, it's a new morning. I just got to the workshop. I'm going to quickly change out these wheels, these Works wheels, just mainly because they feel like the guards a little bit too much, so they scrub here a bit. I've got to drive all the way out to Ben's, where his like shop is for all the simulators and stuff, and I know the roads aren't too good on the way out there, so I don't want to do any crappy stuff. Plus I'm taking photos of these wheels to list them up for sale. So I'm going to get rid of those as well. And yeah, so I'm going to swap these out right now. While I'm changing wheels, I am going to have a quick look at what the Enki wheels look like that I got shipped over from Japan. The boys have been stripping all the paint off and stuff, just to see if they suit on there as well. But they're not for the R34, they're for the 180 drift car, which is under the cover there. Anyways, I'm going to get started and get that done. Okay, so I just swapped out the fronts of those Ray's Works wheels for these Enkis, and just by looking at them, I think I definitely prefer the lensos more than these as well. So the purpose of these wheels is just for the 180 drift car. So they're definitely going to be on the 180. They're not going to be on my 34, that's for sure. I just wanted to see what they look like. Yeah, they don't suit the 34 at all to me. But you guys can tell me what you think in the comment section. Anyways, now I got to take these all off again and put my lensos back on. Alright, there we go. The Lenso D1Rs are now all back on. I really do enjoy these wheels. Mainly because like I got a staggered set. I got like 9.5s on the rear and 8s on the front. So there's no scrubbing in the front, no scrubbing in the rear. And they're a little bit wide, especially if I put some wider wheels on the rear, which I sometimes put like 2 6.5s on the rear. It looks really nice. But anyways, we're good to go now. So I'm gonna wash my hands and grab my stuff, and then we're gonna head over to Ben's place where the Sims are. Just quickly before we go, I'll show you this 32 that rocked up. It's got an RB25 idling issue. Once it warms up, it just struggles, so we're going to be taking a look at it. But it's a really nice top mount turbo setup. Unfortunately, that is a China turbo. But yeah, we'll go over the whole thing and sort it all out. Yeah, we kind of worked out whose this car is. Funny story, customer called up and was like, hey, yeah, I got this car, this 32 with the RB25. It's got an idling issue once it warms up. Wondering if you could take a look at it. And we were like, yeah, sure, no worries, just give us the details and we'll book in. And then he said, okay, I'll call you back to confirm and give you all the details when I know for sure I'm going to bring it in. Never called us back, never gave us any details or anything. Next minute, car rocks up on a tow truck. So I guess we got the job, but we had to get the number off the tow truck for the guy because he never gave us his details. So we'll give him a call now and sort out everything. So this happens all the time here in the car industry. Like, people just get their cars towed to you and you have no idea what they're for, so you just keep them there until they call you. So right now I'm heading to my friend's work. Now this is his company that he started and owns, and essentially what they do is they build racing simulators. So drifting simulators, race car simulators, and all that type of stuff. So if you're really into motorsports and you're a professional driver, a lot of professional drivers actually do go to his work, and what they do is they practice on the simulators to get familiar with tracks and practice their skills and things like that for racing. Now for me, what's going to happen is when we get there, I'm going to get him to run you through all the benefits to, you know, jumping in and using one of these simulators, as well as, you know, everything else that his company does and what they provide and things like that. And then once we're done with that, I'm then going to jump in one of the simulators and I'm going to go through a drifting crash course. Now the reason for this is I really want to improve my drifting skills. I'm not the best drifter and I want to get better. So I feel like if I can master the simulator, I feel like then in theory, you know, I'll understand the theory of drifting a little bit better, so that should improve my reaction time when I feel my car doing certain things, and I should be able to pick things up a lot faster. I'm just doing this because, you know, I'm drifting Thursday and Friday, and I really want to try by Friday to really be enjoying and doing like some awesome drifting and stuff like that. So I guess it could be a little bit of a pipe dream. You know, I haven't done heaps and heaps and heaps of drifting, so you know, I'm just trying to accelerate that learning process as much as possible. So that's why we're heading there right now, and I'm trying to get there as quick as I can because I'm running late, but hopefully everything's all sweet.
Hey guys, it's Benny from MPMS Racing Simulators. We're here with OG today on their vlog while Sam's here in Aussie. So essentially what we're going to go through today is a little bit about who we are, what we do, what this wonderful piece of machinery is here, and how it can benefit you guys in making you better race car drivers, drifters, real drivers, whatever it may be. Essentially, so myself and the other director of the company, which is actually my wife, we come from motorsports. We've raced for a very, very long time. Believe it or not, my wife is better than me. She was a speedway champion for over 10 years. So she's phenomenally good in a car. Me, I just raced in Japan for a little bit, did some drifting and did some hill climbs and time attack stuff. So we have come from real motorsports. We understand what it takes to be good behind the wheel and safe behind the wheel. And that's kind of where we came up with the concept for the systems, the training, the methodology behind it, the software behind it. And we want to share that with you guys today, and we're going to share it with Sam and hopefully give him some skills so that he can be sliding on Thursday, so 2 days from now at QR. So we as a company, we work with a lot of different guys. We work with Paul Stokel's driving events. We work with guys like Tyler Greenbury. He comes in quite often. We work with guys like Matt Simmons over there. He's a current Nismo GT3 driver. He actually won the PlayStation GT Academy last year, and now he races full-time for Nismo in the GT3 series. He's just finished Blancpain, which is awesome. He raced, probably the coolest thing for him was Spa 24 Hour. He actually made it through the entire time without damaging the car, which is really good. And when he got in the car, I think it was like 7:30 in the morning, his stint, they neglected to tell him that it had a minor bingle and the steering was no longer straight. So he handled that very, very well. And he's over there right now. He's only been driving for a year. We do a lot of work with him. And he's very, very competent behind the wheel. So he'll be drifting with us on Friday night. Sam will be there as well. And we're going to hopefully see that what we've put into practice with him in the sims is going to work on the real track. What we're doing today is Sam's come in. Obviously, I don't know if you know this or not, but OG, we're in partnership with Otaku Garage. We love them. We take our cars to them. Our drift cars get built by them. Bit of a plug for us. We do have a drift school. We basically got a 350Z convertible, a Datsun 620 Ute with an L28 in it, and all R34 running gear. It's a project that's going to be completed in partnership with OG and Koshkubistan, that's it.
Koshkubi Engineering?
Koshkubi Engineering over in Japan. That's where we're going to send the engine to get it worked. My aim is, I'm thinking like 70s GT300 kind of crazy stuff. Then we've got an R32, which is owned by a very good friend of ours, and then we've also got an R34 as well. And a 180SX with an RB25 in it. Yeah, that's it. Can't forget that one. Good old Ryan Goody, there's another plug. So what we're going to do with Sam today, we've got him into the centre. Probably, what was it, last time you were here? How many months ago?
I haven't actually been to this centre.
No, to Aussie.
Oh, Australia, I was here 4 months ago.
4 months ago. So last time Sam was here, we were at QR, we were sliding. Well, I wasn't, he was. And I sat in his passenger seat and I picked up that he's got a lot of natural talent, and with a tiny little bit of tweaking, we can get him sliding. So we brought him in here today. We're going to work in a Toyota Supra. Unfortunately, we do have an R34, but the sound file's broken, so we're not using that today, thanks to Assetto Corsa. So we'll be jumping into basically a Toyota Supra. We're going to run it at about 80% boost to start off with, and we're just going to work on entries, clutch kicking, we're going to work on mid-corner control and how to maintain the speed and angle. And then something that's super important is winding out of the corner. So keeping the car stable on deceleration. Well, you're technically still accelerating, but winding it out of the corner to straighten it up. We'll go through some transitional stuff, and something that's really, really important, especially at QR, we're gonna go through some gradient changes. So we're gonna work on throwing the car into an off camber downward slope, and then having a little bit of a rise that's also off camber at the bottom, just like Snake Gully at QR off turn 2. And we're gonna work through the throttle movements that are there, the hand braking that can be used, the left foot braking that can be used to stabilize the car and keep it through into the next section. Quite often on that particular stretch, guys will get in too hot, too deep, and then when they hit that slight rise, the car spins. Sometimes it even bucks and goes in the opposite direction, which is kind of hazardous, especially if you're doing open track and there's someone already coming through there. So we're going to work on that today, particularly clutch kicking. For me, handbraking, yes, it's an essential point, and it's definitely an essential tool for drifting, but it's not something you need to learn straight away, as it's, for me anyway, it's a last resort. It's I need to trim some speed, or I'm doing a really big entry and I'm doing 150 or 160 and I'm trying to reverse entry, yeah, cool, handbrake then. But for QR, you only really need it as a last resort. So that's what we're going to do today with Sam, and we're going to show you guys how we do it And hopefully if you think it's something that can benefit you, you can come into the center and we can take you through our drift program, through simulation into our real cars. And now flick to the left and clutch kick in. So when you do your first flick, that's it. Yeah, turn it back in. Ah, you're close.
Okay guys, so right now I'm heading to Tog Auto Group, which is like an auto parts store. They make and develop all their own parts, and most of them are done in Taiwan and China. But I'm heading there because I need some cheap adjustable tow arms for my car. I've got an even wear issue in the rear end, so the tires are only like wearing on the inside of the tire. So I need that evenly spread across so I have a better grip in the rear. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get a pair of their Taiwan made ones, not their China ones. They're a little bit more expensive, but I want something a little bit better quality. Anyways, these are just to get me by until they break or whatever, for events and things when I'm back in Australia and just having fun in my 34. So I'm going to go head there now before they close so I make it in time to get them so I can put them on the car tomorrow morning. So here we are at Tog. Here are them arms made in Taiwan and their coilovers. They've also got like titanium kits and exhaust manifolds, billet diff rear housings, more exhaust manifolds. They've got some decent stuff here. Just be careful with what you get. Some stuff's China, some stuff's decent. So you're just gonna make sure you know what you're getting. These ones, bro? They're the ones I'm after. Champion. All right, got my, not tow arms, traction arms. I was wrong. I keep forgetting. I have traction arms, but I don't have tow arms. So, no. I have traction arms here, and what I already have are tow arms. So the traction arms are the shorter ones. So yeah, they can't adjust my toe anymore because my traction is factory, which is locked in position. So they need to be able to extend the traction arm and the tow arm to get the toe corrected in my car. So now that I have these, we can fix that issue. And I'll get these out of the bag just so you can have a look at them. Really nice sealed spherical bearing here. It should be sweet. Actually, I don't think that, is that a spherical bearing? No, that's not a spherical bearing. That's just a mount and two sleeves. So a rubber mount with two sleeves there, which is a bushing which can be pressed in and out. So if ever there's a problem there, I'll push that out and put a new one in. And then, oh sweet, it's not too bad. I like the purple color. Welds look fairly decent. They don't look too bad. Should do the job. Should do the job for some drifties. Sweet as. So I got those now. I'm gonna head back to the simulators and keep practicing my drifto. Alright guys, so I'm now back home and I'm in my old bedroom that I used to stay in at my parents' house. And yeah, I spent a full-on day at the Racing Sims with Ben, and he coached me through so much stuff, so I'm a lot more confident now with my car, and I can't wait to put that into practice Thursday morning and Friday night in my car on the track. So I'm really excited about that and keen to see some improvements in my driving skills on the track. As well as I'm going to try and go there again tomorrow, but we'll see how we go. Tomorrow's full on crazy. I've got to go back to Otaku Garage first thing in the morning, and I'm going to probably spend half a day there if I can, and then I might go to the Sims a little bit later. But yeah, I got a friend coming who I used to work with 5 years ago. He's got a Kaz two-way diff center, and it's for an R200, but it doesn't, the normal stub axles for an R200 LSD, which is normally one's longer than the other, as you guys probably know, they don't fit in it. So I think it's meant to replace like a helical diff or something in S15, which has equal stub axle ends. So we're going to muck around with all the different R200s we got there, and we're going to see which ones it's meant to go in, and then I'm probably just going to give them one. But yeah, anyways, we'll suss that out tomorrow, and I'll shoot that as well. And then yeah, a cool new part just arrived for my car. So today I got some traction arms to fix the towing issue in the rear. and then a new part arrived. I'm going to be doing a little bit of an overhaul on the R34 after the drift days. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's a gold part. So it's a huge piece that I need for my car, and it's gold. It's not gold plated, but it's been anodized gold. So I'll show you guys that tomorrow. It's gonna look awesome, and I'll keep that a surprise till then. But yeah, otherwise I'm gonna end the vlog with that today. So thanks heaps for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like I said, guys, comment in the comment section. Tell me what you thought of the video, or if you have any tips or advice or anything like that, or if you want to see anything that I showed briefly today and you want to see more of. Tell me in the comment section. I'll make sure that it happen in my future videos. And as always, ja mata ne.